Today I'm going to talk about how different verbs are changed in Spanish in the preterite. The first part we're going to talk about is how regular verbs in the preterite tense are conjugated in Spanish. Here are my notes for this page. There are 3 steps. 1. Start with the infinitive, for example, hablar. 2. Remove the infinitive ending, which could be AR, ER, or IR. 3. Add the preterite ending. This is my table. Those endings could be a, aste, o, amos, estés, or aron. And here are my 3 sentences. Ayer hablé con mi abuela por teléfono. Yesterday I spoke with my grandmother on the phone. 2. Anoche comimos pizza para la cena. Last night we ate pizza for dinner. 3. El año pasado vivieron en Mexico. Last year they lived in Mexico. The next subject is going to be how regular, irregular verbs are conjugated in the preterite tense. There are also 3 steps. 1. Learn the irregular term, like tuve or estuve. 2. Add the irregular preterite ending. Here's my table. And it's a, iste, o, imos, istes, iron, with an I. And 3. Add the stem and the endings together. Now we're going to talk about how irregulars, totally regulars, and crazy regular verbs are conjugated in the preterite. Here's this next page of notes. There are 4 steps. 1. Memorize their conjugations. 2. Remember no accent marks. 3. Unique endings. 4. Nacer and ir share the same forms, which is fui, fuiste, fue, fuimos, and fueron. Now we're going to talk about how to conjugate car, gar, and zar ending verbs in the preterite. For the spelling changes, if it ends with car, the C changes to a QU. If it ends with gar, the G changes to a GU. If it ends with zar, the Z changes to a C. How to change stem changer verbs in the preterite. The change only happens in third person, and no stem changes in AR or ER verbs in the preterite. Now we're going to talk about verbs that change from I to Y. It is mostly ER or IR verbs, and the change happens because of awkward spelling, like how Lier turns to Leo. Lastly, we're going to talk about how to conjugate user verbs in the preterite. Here's this last page of notes. The first step is to change the stem. The second is to add these irregular preterite endings, which is a, iste, o, imos, istes, and eron, not eron with the I. And some common verbs we use are conducir and traducir. And that's all. Thanks for listening.